weekend. Welcome back to GamePlaysNow, and this our playthrough of Prince of Persia: Sands of Time. Video number 2. I think we're like 5%. Yeah, 5% of the way into the game. So if you're just joining us and you missed the first video, it's okay. It was a lot of introductory stuff about the story, getting a feel for some of the basic maneuvers and the moves of the game, so you didn't miss a whole lot. So we're gonna just jump right in. In our last video, we had a big epic battle. Maybe not too epic, but we realized that a lot of the people in this, I guess, palace turned into sand monsters after we, took the dagger out of an hourglass or put a dagger into an hourglass or something. So we're going to keep going this way. Is this like the first secret area? Maybe not. Okay, we're gonna go the other way. Hey, who are you?
Wait!
Who are you? Ooh. Tell me that didn't land on her. Hopefully not. That'd be a bad way to go. Okay, so this is one of those instances where you get a feel for the room, an idea of what you're supposed to do. Obviously, we have to go down, but we can't just jump down because that would be too far for the prince. So we're gonna jump, wall run, rewind if we need to. Let's work our way down. Do some parkour. I was thinking about that today too, like...
My father,
Oh, wait.
all our entourage, and I should have passed the night lay cold and silent. The sands of time had swept through, stealing life and warmth from everything they touched. And I, who unleashed the cataclysm, had been spared. Were there others like me, who yet clung to life, hiding in fear among the ruins? It did not seem so.
So there you have one of those times where the prince is reflecting on things that are happening around him. We also just saw there are these little glowing, I don't know if they're orbs or just little glowing spots that you stab with a dagger and it gives you more... ooh, okay, didn't mean to do all that, but that was good. I think it... Oopsie, didn't want to do that. On the top left of the screen, it fills up some meter. I can't remember which one. I wasn't really paying attention. Sorry. Anyway, so I was getting ready for this video this evening. I was kind of thinking about how this concept of wall running and jumping and just setting up combos of really quick, cool, swift actions was kind of new for its time. It was like kind of right around the time that the whole parkour thing kind of got popular, and in a way, I think the argument could be made that it sort of set the foundation for the Assassin's Creed games, also made by Ubisoft. This game came out maybe 4 years before the first Assassin's Creed game, and I remember when Assassin's Creed came out, it was it was on a new system. It was on the Xbox 360. This game we're playing now is on the original Xbox. And it being a new generation of game.
Or had my senses given way under
Yes,
the
you did
burden
see
of
her.
horrors too great to bear?
It being a new generation of games, a lot of people were just blown away by Assassin's Creed and the things you could do in it, the climbing and jumping and running that you couldn't do previously in a lot of other games. What am I doing? There we go. But I think a lot of people failed to give credit where credit was due, or I think like the origins of this type of action came from, which, you know, I'm sure it was a different team that worked on Assassin's Creed, but, you know, I think a lot of the ideas arguably came from Assassin's Creed. We're going to heal up right here. Can't go that way. One thing I absolutely love about this game, which I brought up last video, is it's generally hard to get lost in this game. You usually have a pretty good idea of where you need to go. The challenge of this game is pulling off all of the fun, insane tricks. So we have some battling coming up here, because I did see a sand monster down there. So let's work our way over. Ooh, wall run. And we'll drop down to the main floor. And I think we're going to get into a battle sequence here. Yes. So, the one complaint I think a lot of people had about this game is you had your forced battle sequences, which, to be fair, you know, as easy as these first parts are, some of it does get harder later on, and you are forced to do this whole battle area, certain areas of the game. It's usually, I think, pretty much always set by a predetermined amount of enemies that will spawn in your vicinity, and if it's not in your vicinity, they'll sort of warp over to you. I can't tell you how many we have to do in this one. This one appears to be maybe about, like, if this is the last one, this is about, what, 8 or 10? But there are some much longer ones later in the game that just become truly tedious,
I
that
soon discovered that when I had collected enough
are a
sand,
pain.
the dagger gained the power to stop time.
Yes, it does.
Not for me, but for the enemy I struck.
Yes. So the more enemies you kill, the more sand you get. And we're going to do some swinging wall jumps here. But yeah, so, like, you know, games like this, I have the most fun exploring and figuring out how to get to the next location and wall jumping and the whole 9 yards. The battling is fun, but what you've seen so far is really the extent of all that you do to do battle in this game, so it's not a whole lot to write home about. Save points aplenty in this game. Get a sneak peek of what's coming up ahead. We're going to go ahead and tackle. More battles. More figuring out what's going on. Stab that guy. Yes. We will save over our previous save file because that's how we roll.
Done. I'll start the story from here next time.
Tricky thing about the PC version is you have to do all of the menu commands with the mouse and keyboard. It's not really tricky, it's just kind of a pain.
These visions that assaulted me thus like fever dreams. Each time I awoke feeling drained and beaten. And each time what I had seen came to pass. As if the sands of time were giving me a glimpse into my own future.
You got it. Don't underestimate the power of the sands of time, Princey boy. Princey boy? Why did I say that? Okay, so there's a spot over there. I feel like we're coming up on our first secret area. Maybe not. So top left of your screen, you see a little bit more of... It's not that circle that's moving. There's something else that I think... Okay, so you've got like that... There's 4 yellow circle things that are filled in completely with yellow. And right below that you see a small white circle. I think the more of those white orbs you get, the more that fills up, and then you get another sand orb or whatever it is. It's hard to describe without being able to physically point it out to you, but hopefully you got what I was talking about. Alright, this... Oops, this might be our first secret area. Yes. See here, this mysterious earthy music playing in the background. And you're brought to this spot here.
Hello? Is anyone there?
And these locations
I'm not in Azad anymore.
absolutely confuse the prince.
What?
And he just, without even any thought for what could happen, just drinks the water, because why not? And now he's back here, but you look in the top left and your health increases.
What just happened?
And that is what we're about.
Strange.
So I'm trying to adjust the volume so I can hear like what the prince is saying, but not have it up so much that it interferes with the various volume levels for what you're listening to as the viewer. Alright. We're just getting all the power-ups. I don't think there'd be another secret area this close to the one that we just had, so climbing up there is wishful thinking. Here we go.
Give me the dagger.
Nope.
Who are you?
I am Farah, the daughter of the Maharaja from whom you stole it. This
Oops.
is your doing,
I saw my father turn to sand.
and we will share his fate if you do not
Look
give
at
me
those
the
hair
dagger
physics on the
until
prince.
you have done.
Your traitorous
2003, this was pretty phenomenal. Look how his hair just moves with his movements.
I trust no one but myself.
Really? Come on, Prince. You need all the help you can get. You got some evil sand beetles to fight.
Go back to the reception.
Swallow your pride, man.
Go!
And watch out for those sand beetles. Sand beetles. Did they get their own music? Or have we been getting this music the whole time and I just have not been paying attention because I talk way too much? Well, there you go. That's our first bout with sand beetles. Can we go this
Now I
way?
remembered her.
No.
Since we left India, she had been there. In the desert, I had felt her dark eyes upon me. Now, here she was again. She and I, the only two survivors. Did I say two? Excuse me. We were three.
Right, because of the evil Jafar-looking character. Well, you know where this is going. I mean, there is an inevitable love story occurring here, right? I mean, it's fair to assume that. Sorry, spoilers. I don't know. I've never played this game. I don't know. I'm just guessing. I'm kidding. I played this game a ton when it first came out. Where am I supposed to go? Oh, wait, here we go. Oh, that was weird. Thought I was already over here. But this game, even today, 15 years later, has a substantially high replay value, in my opinion. As linear, there I go saying that word again, as it is, it's got some, it's got a good amount of length to it. So we gotta get down to that dresser down there. But it's suggesting we go this way. Pan the camera back. Pretty.
The hourglass.
What? Oh, I forgot about like the big birds.
I
Not
did
to be confused with
understand
Big
the meaning
Bird.
of what I had just seen, but I knew
That would be
with
hilarious.
certainty I could not explain that
If
those
Big Bird
winged
just came
creatures
swooping
had
down with the
mastered
hourglass.
The man who had tricked me into opening the hourglass now had his prize. And for some unknown purpose coveted the dagger as well. Would stop at nothing to possess it. Well, I would give him what he sought. I would plunge it into his foul and treacherous heart.
Whew. That's pretty dark. Even for you, Prince. Although I think it's fair to say in some of the later games it got a little bit darker. I think this was the only one of the original. I say original, I'm referring to this. This was the only one of the trilogy that I beat. After this was Warrior Within, and then I think it was called Two Towers. Warrior Within I didn't really like so much. I can't really remember why. Two Towers was a little bit better. And then I think the series went through several reboots. I can't. There's another Sans something in a title, and then there was another one. Or there were another two. I can't remember. There was one that had sort of a cell shaded element to it. I think it was around the time that cell shading in video games was sort of reaching the end of its peak. But it was a beautiful game. I can't remember if I beat that one or not, but that one was, at least for me, was maybe my second favorite Prince of Persia game to play. I can't remember what it was called, though. Can we make this? Ooh, that was close. I think there was a Forgotten Sands game. I think the Forgotten Sands game was the one that was supposed to be sort of like a reimagining of this one. Although I think pretty sure it was a different story, but it still had the prince, and I think it even had Farah in it too. Did I miss anything down here? Hold up, let's find out. No, let's go up. I see you over there. I can't tell if that's a save point or an upgrade. I think I go this way. It is an upgrade. We almost have another full sand container. Alright, trying to think. Do I wall run this part? Let's find out. Ooh, that was close. You know, I was going to be all cocky and say I haven't had to use a rewind yet, like a legitimate one, but I feel if I say that, I'm going to eat my words and screw something up. I see some sand beetles. Time to fight some sand beetles. I think I know what the subtitle of this video is going to be. It's going to be sand beetles. Oh, don't stop the music yet, because we got more sand beetles. Man. Surely there have to be more. Nope. That was weird. Alright, now I think I go down to the base level, and I think we have a fairly big battle. Yep. This is our first introduction to the female sand creatures. They can be pretty menacing, especially once they start getting into their... That's not what I want to do. As you can see there on your left, they do come back to life if you don't, do the finishing blow. Anyway, what I was going to say is that these female sand people can be pretty vicious if they start getting into their spin maneuver. And it doesn't matter who you're fighting. If you're like in their path, you will get chopped to bits. So we're going to try to make sure that does not happen. I think a good way to gauge how far in the battle you are is by looking over here. Anytime that you're near a save point, that save point is going to expand the closer you get to being at the end of the battle. So while it looks like we're at the end of the battle, I think there's still plenty more baddies to fight. Yep, here we go. Here's our next wave. What I do appreciate about these battles, though, is enemies will accidentally stab each other, and I think it does count for damage against them. So if I were really good at this game, I could do a really good job at plotting, my jump placements.
I began to realize why the Vizier wanted it so badly.
So I prefer to just take them down and then finish them off with that final stab. But there are some benefits to using a dagger with sand in it to freeze the enemy like this. Then you can chop it up and finish it off this way. You can see all the damage I just took right then from the sand lady. Is this it? Is this it? Yes, it is. That wasn't as bad as I remembered. I kind of remember that in the last series that we played, that a lot of the stuff I remember in my younger days as being really difficult aren't that too terribly difficult now. Which I always assume the older I would get, the progressively worse at video games I would become, which I think is true about a lot of newer games. But I think these older games, I play better now than I did when I was in my teens. Alright, I think we got, let's check our time here. I think we have one more area that we can play before we end this thing. Looks like we have some puzzle elements coming up. Excellent. So we're going to get a little bit of everything in this video, which is fantastic. And we're already 10% of the way through this game.
Done. I'll start the story from here next time.
I guess I could stop at every 5% and then we'd be done in 20 videos. But I don't want to make 20 videos out of this. Holy moly. Can we push? No. Oh wait, no, I have to hold down the trigger button. Okay, so I can move that, but there's nothing to be found. I think this is the one that we're after. Yes. I'm surprised that didn't cut to a little slow motion scene, since we haven't really done that before. I don't know if there's any battle spots in this next portion of the game. I think a lot of it is puzzle elements, which I enjoy. Oh, so we got our 5th sand container, which is good. Alright, what do we got here? Not going across the bridge. Looks like we are going to... Cool. Alright, that worked. Pressure switch and a crate. Wonder what I have to do here. Excellent. This, I believe, is the first major puzzle of the game. It's not too hard to figure out, and I think you actually get coached by someone who hasn't turned. Let's find out. I don't know if it's here a little bit later. Jump, jump, jump. There we go. No! Alright, well, there's our first rewind. Lined up that jump absolutely horribly. So we can rewind as far as the meter in the top left will permit us to. So I think this is a good stopping point. And we're going to try this again. Whew, I almost butchered that one too. Alright.
Oh, thank God!
I love this
I
guy.
was afraid you were one of them! Can you help me activate the Azad defense system?
I want to look up what other voiceover work the guy who did the voice for this guard
I'll
does,
reset
because
the axles for you.
he's just hilarious.
The man who's normally in charge of this got... Never mind. Ride the platform down to the bottom.
Okay.
Then use those 2 cranks to bring it back up.
Yep.
You see those 4 axles?
Yeah.
You'll need to pick them up one by one until you've got all 4. Then bring them up to the top together.
You got it, dude. So it looks like I'm already at the
Make sure
bottom.
you pick them up in the right order.
Okay, jeez, calm down. Alright, so we have 4 different areas here, and we've got like a quarter moon, a half moon, full moon, and a new moon, I guess is the proper terminology. So I think the first one... No, I guess the first... Okay, so that has a full moon. Can we just start turning? But I have this one over here. Let's just start turning.
That's it. One crank turns the platform. The other one raises and lowers it.
Okay, so by that cutscene... Should I go up? No. I think those things attach once you get it, like, sync to the right one. Or maybe I just don't know what I'm talking about. Alright, so that one's the right one. Yeah? Okay.
That's it. You've got the first axle.
Cool.
Now pick up the other 3.
Right.
Remember, pay attention to the grooves.
The grooves. Alright, so we're going to go up a level, and then we'll go back and get the other one. we'll keep moving. Yeah, I think we have to go all the way across with this thing, and then we'll drop it back down and assume we have the right one lined up. Yes. Most excellent. Nope, wrong one. There we go.
That's 2!
That is 2. And up we go. I like how they have like a little map over here to sort of tell you how the layout is, but the best way is just to sort of like watch where things are moving and pay attention to the ones that you've already gotten. Like this is pretty obvious, like we're gonna have to go up. I think we're gonna go over once more to get the, or can we not go over yet? No, we can't. So we're gonna go up again. No. Not down. Up once. Up twice. Yeah, I see you. Don't want to get you yet, though.
Just one more!
I guess I do. Right, we go here and then we drop it down one. Now this guy is about to lose his mind with just joy. As I get the last one. Nope, not there.
That's 4! Now, bring them up to the top and line them up with their gears!
Bring him up to the top. I see the half moon right there in front of us, so let's line it up with the half moon. No. No, I'm going the long way for this, aren't I? There we go. And up. Up. There we go.
That's it! I knew you could do it!
Thanks, man. Me too.
Now, there's one last step.
Mm-hmm.
Do you see that platform?
I do.
Throw your lever, and I'll throw mine.
Okay. And if we work
What manner
together...
of machine is this?
I told you, it's the palace's defense system. Stop wasting time. Throw your lever.
And if I don't? We just chill here and talk. Talk about the good old days. Ha! Indeed. Alright.
We did it!
We did do it.
Serve those accursed demons right! Oh, by God, they'll rue the day they ever dared attack the palace of Azad!
Will they, though? Because I see the defense system. What? What? Okay, so clearly he turned into a sand person, but he still very much sounded like a screaming human being in the process. I'm going to call foul on the developers for that little blunder. So we got ourselves a little fight. Got ourselves a little fight. Just learn my speech. That wasn't too bad. And we got a save point. I think that's going to be the perfect stopping point for our video. Let's just step in here and see what we've got ahead of us for the next time, for next week. More bad guys. More bad guys. Apparently we got a lot of bad guys coming up. It's all good though. Excellent. So that's going to do it for us today. Thanks for joining us.
I'll start the story from here next time.
Yeah. Like, subscribe, comment, the whole 9 yards. Facebook page is in the link in the description below this video. Check that out. Check out our other videos that we have going on. This channel is still pretty new, but we do have a whole video series under our belt with Super Mario 64. So if you're new to the channel, go back and watch those ones, because that was a trip, especially for our first stab at doing Let's Play videos. But we're sophomores now in this high school of gaming, so we pretty much run the show. And that's going to do it. So until next time, see ya.